For evaluation question 7, I've been asked to look back at my preliminary tasks and I'll say what I feel I have learned in progression from it to the full product. When it comes to research and planning, in my preliminary task I wasn't very efficient. I only needed the basic knowledge of continuity, I was given a script already, and I knew the required shots we have to make the preliminary task. Whereas in the thriller I had to research conventions and make case studies, like outlining the conventions. We had to have group meetings. We had to make a storyboard of every shot we were going to have. Obviously, we actually went out of the storyboard when it came to the actual thriller. And we had to have an extended step outline to make sure we knew exactly what we were doing on filming day. Convention-wise, for the preliminary task, all we had to do was use the filming techniques we were taught, which means filming all the reverse shots, using the 180-degree rule, and using match on action. Whereas the conventions in the thriller are filming lots of different shots all to edit together, making sure you use more shots than you need. You want to choose the correct shots that fit the genre. You want to make sure you use all the continuity rules, that should be second nature to you by now. And yeah. Post-production wise, in the preliminary task all I had to do was cut on Premiere Pro, and we added a bit of music into the background because we finished quite early, but we didn't edit it whatsoever. Whereas in the thriller we used After Effects to create all of our titles and special effects. We used Premiere Pro for cutting and sound editing, which we used sound editing quite a lot, more than just inserting sound. We used it to change the pacing and the volume and the pitch. In the thriller I used Foley sound, whereas in my preliminary task I did not use Foley sound, as you can see or hear here. And we also used Premiere Pro to learn some faster editing techniques, such as montage editing, etc. We didn't really learn any technical skills when it comes to the preliminary task. It's all just holding a camera, which I mean we don't have to put a camera on a tripod, which if you can, you can't see below you, but you know what I mean. Whereas technical skills we used in the thriller are using obscure shots and angles to create the eeriness of a thriller and make sure using a certain mise-en-scène that a thriller would have. So you'd have low-key lighting, which we used in some shots, but we also used some sort of contrast with that, so just high-key lighting. For other skills that I've developed, when I first filmed the preliminary task I felt I was a bit selfish and I wanted to be in charge of the entire task, whereas in the thriller I was a lot more into using helping each other out and using teamwork and being fair and letting everyone have their own voice and use their own ideas and their own shots, and it actually turned out pretty well for me because all of the shots everyone suggested were very good actually, so yeah. Thank you, I've been Gilheany. Bye.